Before going for this video, we should know some facts and figures before the electrification of vehicles. The first car that applied on Indian road was earlier as 1897, and the first Indian to own a car in 1901 was Jamshedji Tata. It was 1942. Before India's independence, the Hindustan Motors manufactured the first automobile in India in the year in 1952, also marked as the first introduction of passenger cars in India. The first company to manufacture modern cars in the world is called Benz. On 27th of 1825, locomotion number 1 became the world's first steam locomotive to carry passengers on a public line, which connects Stockholm and Darlington in the northeast England. It is built by George Stephenson at his son's Roberts Company. The history of Indian Railway dates back to 160 years ago, on 16th April 1853, which connects Poribandar in Mumbai to Thane, a 34-kilometer distant places, which is carried by 3 locomotives named SSS Sahib Singh Sultan. The first electric train ran in India between Mumbai Viti and Korula Harbour in 3rd February of 1925. William Morris is the first man who invented first electric car in the world. Normally, air does not conduct electricity, but during thunder and lightning, the electricity passes through the air in large quantity into the earth in lakh unit. 100 years ago, an American scientist, Nikola Tesla, have proved that he has some ideas and technology based on transmitting electricity through air. In recent years, a company in New Zealand had started to transmit power through Wi-Fi. I think that it's a great advancement in the technology, especially in the automobile industry, so that we can minimize the usage of petroleum products, as well as spending millions of money over the Arabian countries to import the petroleum products. So we have to inculcate a technology like this in all our sectors that we need electricity, and that we emits a lot of pollution. The railways were run on steam engine, then it changed into diesel, then now it is changed into electrical. The advantage of being electrical train is that we have changed from this engines by a simple road from that connect the train and the line. When we change into this system, the entire railway entire railway has been profitable in India. The speed and punctuality become perfect and accurate. Now the long distance going train can reach destination at time, and also now the loco pilots can reduce and increase the speed of the vehicle as they want. Electrify the trains. It costs crores of rupees for doing that, but if we get the electricity as Wi-Fi, then we can save the money, and that spending on the electrification, as well as it become efficient, so that we can spread this system by spread this electric train all over the India, where the places that does not have a railway system, so that the transportation become more easier and cheaper too. We all are aware about Nikola Tesla. His wildest dream is to provide free energy all over the world by a wireless network, and it is also known as World Process System. Then Japan is also the Japan Space Agency is also doing a project by developing a solar satellite that would beam power back to Earth with a microwave. 30 million of people are living in India. They are using private or public vehicles for their locomotion. For this, we are using the fuel, which is completely imported. Our central government is spending millions of money for importing this crude oil or petroleum products that we use in the automobiles. If we use the money that is used for the importing this crude oil by the central government, we can inculcate a lot of technological advancements in our country, and we can save this money too. It is becoming a big a headache for the central government, because we have to spend a lot of money in this. We are using the crude oil that we import, and on the next day we are doing the same thing again, and this has been continued for a lot of decades. We are using it for a lot of decades now. So it is a change. It is a time for change. It's because the money that we spend and the crude oil that we use are replenished, but the pollutions, the toxic chemicals that are emitted from this automobile is going to the atmosphere and making drastic changes in the climatic conditions, as well as and causing many other damages to our air. Now we are familiar with the names such as global warming, greenhouse effect, and this is all caused, and the major villain in it is automobile pollution. So knowing this, we had made some norms about reducing the environmental pollution, because the most pollutant cities in the world, we have a lot of cities like this which has major positions in the scale, in the table. So we have the first and the second positions in the world polluted cities like Mumbai and Delhi. Now the people living there are not getting sufficient oxygen because of this pollution, and there are a lot of chronic diseases and lungs related, that is respiratory related diseases are increasing over there, and the people suffer a lot because of this pollution. People are suffering from a lot of this respiratory diseases because of this lack of oxygen supply, and now the cities are becoming as concrete jungle, so it is not possible to plant trees for this. But at the same time, we can change the automobiles into electric. കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ വണ്ടികളും BS6 വണ്ടികളാണ്. അതായത് നോംസ് പ്രകാരം അതിൽ നിന്ന് പുകയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കെമിക്കൽ ടോക്സിൻസോ ഒന്നും പുറത്തു വിടാത്ത രീതിയിലുള്ള മെക്കാനിസത്തിലാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ ഇറങ്ങുന്ന വണ്ടികളുള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ അതൊരു ആക്ച്വൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സൊല്യൂഷൻ അല്ല. കാരണം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നിലവിലുള്ള വണ്ടികൾ, അതായത് ഇപ്പോഴുള്ള പുതിയതായി ഇറങ്ങുന്ന വണ്ടികൾ മാത്രമാണ് ആ രീതിയിലുള്ള, ബാക്കി എല്ലാ ഉള്ള വണ്ടികളും പഴയ രീതിയിലുള്ള തന്നെയാണ് ഓടുന്നത്. സോ ഇതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കറക്റ്റ് സൊല്യൂഷൻ അല്ല ഇതുള്ളത്. സോ ഇതിൽ നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നിലവിലുള്ള എല്ലാ വണ്ടികളെയും നമ്മൾ ഇലക്ട്രിക്കിലേക്ക് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഉള്ള എല്ലാ വണ്ടികളും എല്ലാ 4 വീലേഴ്സും ഫ്രണ്ട് വീൽ ഡ്രൈവാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ബാക്ക് വീല് ഫ്രീ ആണ്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ നമ്മൾ ഇലക്ട്രിക്കിലേക്ക് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ബാക്ക് വീൽ ഡ്രൈവാണ് നമ്മൾ ബാക്ക് വീൽ ഡ്രൈവ് ആയിരിക്കും വരുന്നുണ്ടാവുക. സോ അത് ഹൈബ്രിഡായി മാറും. സോ നമുക്ക് പെട്രോളും ഡീസലിലും വണ്ടി ഓടിക്കാം, അതേപോലെ തന്നെ ഇലക്ട്രിക്കലും വണ്ടി ഓടിക്കാം. Problem is that we are going to install a device in the conventional electric post that we can see 1 to 2 meters distance, and from there the device that can transmit electricity to the cars on the road by changing into electromagnetic waves. For receiving this, we are going to install a receiver device inside the cars that changes this electromagnetic waves into electricity and stores in a battery, so that the vehicle can run off its own. It is like a Wi-Fi system. It's like getting signal from a Wi-Fi tower that we use internet by taking it from the that tower, mobile tower. Ever since we are taking electricity from the national grid, all the houses are taking electricity from the national grid. But if by installing the solar panels in the houses, they can generate electricity which can be used for the household activities. Because if the government is going to change this policy by drastically reducing the importing of crude oil, then our household activities will also stop, because the gas that the CNG gas and the LPG gas that we are using is also a byproduct of this. So we can use this electricity for household activities, and excess of it can be, because by our geographical speciality we are just above the equator, so we get 365 days of good sunlight, and we can use this too. The excess of this electricity can be donated to the national grid, and this in the post, electric post, the cars can this take this from the electric post. If we are thinking about how to pay for the electricity taken from the post, from the post, then it would be like paying our electricity bill. We will be getting a credit card like something, by an ATM card like something. When we swipe it, or like e-governance or like that, we can spend our money. We can പേ അവർ ക്യാഷ്. കാലങ്ങളിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ മനുഷ്യന്മാർ സഫർ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്ന ഒരു ഡിസാസ്റ്ററാണ് ഗ്ലോബൽ വാർമിംഗ്. ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഡിഫൈൻഡ് ആസ് എ ഗ്രാജുവൽ ഇൻക്രീസ് ഇൻ ദി ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ, ഇൻ ദി ഓവറോൾ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ഇൻ ദി അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയർ because of the deposits of pollutants, CFCs and carbon dioxide. The problem is that by this increase of temperature, നമ്മളുടെ എന്താ പറയുക, ആർട്ടിക്കിലും അന്റാർട്ടിക്കിലും അതേപോലെ തന്നെ ചില ഫ്രിജിഡ് സോൺസിലുള്ള സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലുള്ള, അതായത് നമ്മൾക്ക് ഫ്രഷ് ആയിട്ട്, അതായത് വാട്ടർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 3 സ്റ്റേറ്റിലാണുള്ളത്. അങ്ങനെ ഐസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ആ സംഭവമുണ്ട്. ആ സംഭവം ഉരുകാൻ തുടങ്ങും. അതാണ് ഇതിൽ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം. എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, ഇത് ഉരുകി കഴിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സീ ലെവൽ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യാം. സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ കണക്കിന് ഇൻക്രീസ് ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കരം മൊത്തം വെള്ളത്തിനടി പോകും. ഭൂമിയുടെ ഒരു ബാലൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവിടെയും കയറിയിട്ട് പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടാക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഇനി നമ്മൾ ഭൂമിയുടെ ബാലൻസ് തെറ്റിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, നമ്മളുടെ കൺട്രോൾ ഇട്ട് പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എവറിത്തിങ് ഈസ് ഗോണ എൻഡ്.
First case about electric train. There are a lot of wheels in the train. If we connect alternator in each of these wheels, they generate electricity. Either the train can use it for the train itself, or it can donate into the national grid. Transfer into the national grid. The second case is about the cars, that all the cars are front wheel drive. So if we are going to electrify these cars, they are it is going to be hybrid, that it is going to run on back wheel drive. So the advantage is that we does not have to avoid our now running cars, but we have to assure that the coming models has to be completely electrified. Like in trains, as I said, we have to set alternators in the 4 wheels and can generate this and store them in a battery. We can fix a device which receives the transmitting power from the post, and we can use, we don't have to store excess of energy in the battery, and we can run by the Wi-Fi. All the 2-wheelers are back wheel drivers, so if we have to change these vehicles into front wheel drives, that is hybriding, by installing a lithium ion battery, and we can use the electricity from the electric post by a Wi-Fi receptor. And because of this is a Wi-Fi device, when it is moving, there is no problem of storing the electricity, waiting for charging. So we don't want a very bulk long storage battery, so it is not that much expensive. It is I said that it is not expensive because we have a vast network of electric posts all over India, so it is not that much difficult to fix a device which transmits the electricity through Wi-Fi to the vehicles. Since these posts are very near to the roads, we only need 12 to 10 meters of Wi-Fi transmitters. The fourth case is about bicycles. We have to manufacture a large quantity of bicycles locally as well as internationally all over India. This can generate employment all over the world, and we have to change our mode of transport into bicycles for shorter distances. China has already turned into like this. Now most of the people in China are using bicycles for cost saving. All the cycles are back wheel drive and runs on a pedal for moving forward. So when we are creating a hub engine over the hub in the front wheel and connecting into the engine, and it is easy for traveling, and we can easily use the Wi-Fi from the post. What I meant is we have to put an electric hub in the front wheel and connect it to a small short-term storing battery. It's because we can get the electricity freely by Wi-Fi from the post, and we don't need to store it more in an excess amount. The fifth case is about fishing boats. Thousands of boats are going every day on the sea for fishing, and also in the inner sea. Since we does not have posts, electric posts over there, we can create solar islands or solar sports over the sea and generate electricity, and by a device we can transmit it Wi-Fi through Wi-Fi and take this and transmit electricity to more than 100 of nautical miles and use that. The boats are using diesel or kerosene as a fuel to move. So by changing this mode, it is very profitable.